Have you ever wondered why you can't resist fast food, even when you know it's bad for you? What if it's more than just a craving? They've disguised it well, your favorite meals, conveniently packaged, enticingly flavored. But beneath that glossy wrapper lies something far more insidious. Fast food isn't just bad for your body, it's a calculated spell, a trickery woven to numb your senses and bind you to a cycle of dependency. You've felt its pull, but now you'll uncover the sinister forces at play, reclaiming control over your choices. Fast food's ability to invade your subconscious, even breaching the sanctity of your dreams, is the first reason why it is full of spells, trickery, and sorcery. It's not just a casual craving, it's a calculated enchantment, a spell designed to lure you back to the very thing you've sworn off. You close your eyes, surrendering to sleep, but the dream that awaits is anything but peaceful. You find yourself in a dimly lit diner, the scent of sizzling meat filling the air, the sight of a perfectly crafted burger before you, glistening with allure. You take a bite, and the flavor bursts through your senses, so real, so vivid, that it's almost impossible to believe it's not happening. But it's not real, at least not in the physical world. Yet, as you awaken, the taste still lingers on your tongue, a ghostly remnant of a meal that never was. The spell has been cast and the seed planted. You go about your day, but the thought of that burger lingers, a shadow that refuses to fade. It's not hunger driving you. It's something deeper, a compulsion born from a dream crafted by forces beyond your control. You find yourself drawn to the fast food joint, your steps guided not by conscious choice but by the echo of that dream. You haven't eaten there in years, yet here you are, as if pulled by invisible strings. This is no mere coincidence, no simple longing for a taste of nostalgia. The dream is a portal, a doorway through which dark forces reach into your waking life, planting cravings that are not your own. They use the familiar, the comforting, to disguise their intent, wrapping their spell in layers of sensory delight. But beneath it all lies a sinister purpose, to lead you down a path you didn't consciously choose, to bind you in a cycle of desire and indulgence. And so, you find yourself standing at the counter ordering that very burger, trapped in a loop that began not with a thought but with a dream, one that wasn't entirely yours. The second reason fast food is laden with spells, trickery, and sorcery is found in the enchantment of childhood nostalgia, casting you back to a time when life felt simpler and sweeter. It's more than just a memory. It's a deliberate invocation, a powerful incantation that pulls at the deepest corners of your heart. Fast food chains know this well. They've woven these memories into their very fabric, turning each bite into a portal to the past. They prey on the yearning for the carefree days of youth, wrapping their products in the warmth of forgotten laughter and untroubled joy. This isn't mere marketing, it's sorcery, pure and simple. You're at a family gathering, surrounded by the familiar faces of those you've known all your life. The conversation flows easily until someone suggests McDonald's. Suddenly you're hit with a wave of emotions, an overwhelming surge of memories that transport you back to your childhood. You see the golden arches, not as they stand today, but as they did in your youth, a beacon of joy, a place where happiness was as easy to find as a Happy Meal toy. The spell is cast, and before you know it, you're nodding in agreement, your usual preferences washed away in the flood of nostalgia. It's not hunger that drives you. It's the longing to reclaim a piece of that lost innocence, to taste once more the simplicity of childhood. You may have outgrown many things, but the magic of those moments still holds sway over you, pulling you back with invisible threads. The fast food experience isn't just about the food itself, it's an enchantment, a carefully constructed illusion that draws you into a web of comfort and familiarity that's almost impossible to resist. They've bound you to the past, using the power of nostalgia as a key to unlock the door to your desires. The insidious power of fast food to engineer artificial desires, making you crave what you don't actually need, is the third reason why it's full of spells, trickery, and sorcery. This is not mere temptation. It's a carefully crafted deception, a spell that preys on your instincts, bending them to its will. You're driving home, your mind focused on the day's events, with no particular hunger gnawing at you. But then, in the corner of your eye, a billboard looms, a colossal, glistening image of a crispy golden burger, its juices seemingly captured in a state of perpetual sizzle. The spell is immediate and potent. Your mouth waters, your stomach growls, a response so visceral it feels as if the burger itself has called out to you by name. You weren't hungry, not truly, but now the craving is undeniable, almost urgent. Your hands grip the steering wheel a little tighter as you pass the billboard, but the thought of that burger clings to your mind like a shadow. Without realizing it, you find yourself turning into the nearest drive-thru, your actions no longer driven by logic or need, but by the spell cast by that simple yet powerful image. What was once a fleeting glance has transformed into an unshakable desire, one that only the consumption of that fast food can seemingly quench. But the billboard is more than an advertisement. It's a sigil, a powerful symbol designed to alter your desires, to conjure needs that were never there before. It's a piece of sorcery in plain sight, working its magic on all who dare to look upon it. You are not just buying food, you're feeding an artificial hunger, a craving born not from your body's need, but from a spell cast by those who profit from your indulgence. The moment you bite into that burger, you're not satisfying hunger. You're succumbing to the trickery that has manipulated your senses, making you believe that this was what you wanted all along. It's a deception so subtle, so effective, that you don't even realize the depth of the spell until it's too late, and the enchantment has taken hold. Fast food's fourth reason for being filled with spells, trickery, and sorcery lies in the sorcery of branding characters, those seemingly innocent mascots that are actually avatars of enchantment, programming your mind from the first moment you encounter them. It's not coincidence. It's calculated magic, crafted to weave their way into your subconscious, planting seeds that grow into lifelong cravings. You're walking through the grocery store, focused on your list, when you catch a glimpse of a familiar figure from your childhood, a mascot you once adored, whose presence alone evokes memories of joy, laughter, and indulgence. It's a harmless image, you think, but then a subtle shift occurs. The sight of that character triggers something deep within you, a craving not just for the product it represents, but for the comfort and happiness it once brought you. You weren't planning on indulging today, but now that familiar face has awakened a desire you thought long buried. You find yourself veering toward the snack aisle, compelled by a force you can't quite explain. You don't just want a treat, you need it, as if satisfying this sudden urge will somehow restore the innocence and delight of your younger years. The connection is so strong, so immediate, that you can't resist. But this mascot is more than a simple character. It's a modern-day familiar, a spirit disguised in cheerful colors, sent to seduce you into unhealthy habits under the guise of fun and nostalgia. These mascots, with their catchy slogans and playful antics, are designed to bypass your defenses, to implant desires that are not your own, yet feel utterly natural. The sorcery is subtle, yet potent, manipulating your emotions and memories to lead you toward choices you wouldn't otherwise make. As you reach for that product, you're not just buying a snack. You're succumbing to a spell that has been carefully woven into your psyche over years, even decades. The fifth reason why fast food is brimming with spells, trickery, and sorcery is the cunning illusion of convenience, a deception so potent it persuades you that it's the best choice when time is slipping away. The spell is cast in those frantic moments when you're pressed for time, making it seem as though fast food is your only salvation. But what you don't see is the deeper cost, the price you pay beneath the surface. You're running late for an important meeting, the clock is your enemy, and the pressure mounts with every passing second. The bright lights of a fast food chain catch your eye, and in that instant, the spell takes hold. You veer off course, lured by the promise of speed and simplicity. In mere moments, you're back on the road, a neatly packaged meal in hand, convinced you've made the best possible choice given the circumstances. But as the hours pass, the after effects of that decision begin to unfurl. You feel it in your body first, a sluggishness that seeps into your bones, a weight that drags on your energy. The meal that seemed so convenient now reveals its true nature as your focus dulls and your productivity wanes. The convenience you sought has betrayed you, leaving you with nothing but regret and a lingering discomfort that shadows the rest of your day. This is the sorcery at work. The allure of convenience is not what it appears to be. It's a glamour spell, a shimmering illusion that blinds you to the hidden costs buried within that quick fix. The truth is that fast food doesn't just fill a need, it creates new ones, more insidious and long-lasting than the hunger you sought to satisfy. The ease of access, the speed of service, all of it is designed to ensnare you, to make you forget the long-term toll that this momentary convenience exacts. It's a spell woven into the very fabric of the fast food experience, one that you only recognize once it's too late, and the damage has already been done. Fast food's sixth reason for being steeped in spells, trickery, and sorcery is the dark magic of processed foods, a concoction masquerading as nourishment, but truly designed to trap you in a cycle of addiction. This is not real food. It's a potion, crafted in laboratories, intended to hook you with every bite, binding you to its effects like a curse you cannot break. You've had a long, exhausting day, and the temptation to grab something quick overcomes your better judgment. The fast food calls to you, its aroma wafting through the air like a siren song, too alluring to resist. You give in, sinking into the temporary comfort it offers, but the true cost is yet to be revealed. The next morning, you awaken with a heaviness in your body, a sluggishness that seeps into your very bones. The energy you expected to gain from a meal has been drained away, leaving you weaker, more lethargic than before. You thought you were feeding your body, but what you consumed was no nourishment at all. It was a dark potion, designed not to satisfy, but to perpetuate a craving, a hunger that grows stronger with each bite. The effects linger, casting a shadow over your day, making you feel as though something vital has been stolen from you. This is the sorcery of processed fast food. It doesn't just fill your stomach, it infiltrates your system, altering your very state of being. The meal has passed, but its influence remains, tugging at you with an insidious force, urging you to return to it, to consume more, to chase the fleeting sense of satisfaction that never truly materializes. The potion's power lies in its ability to create dependency, a relentless cycle that keeps you coming back, searching for the energy, the vitality that it has stolen from you. You don't just crave more food, you crave the release from the spell it has cast upon you. But each time you return, the potion tightens its grip, pulling you deeper into the darkness, where true nourishment is lost, and only the illusion of fulfillment remains. This is not sustenance, it's sorcery, a spell designed to keep you bound to the very thing that drains you over and over again. The seventh reason fast food is infused with spells, trickery, and sorcery is the sinister trick of ubiquity, a spell that weaves itself into the very fabric of your surroundings, making fast food seem unavoidable and omnipresent. This enchantment is designed to overwhelm your senses, to bombard you with its presence until you believe it is the only option, the path of least resistance that you are compelled to take. The sorcery lies in its sheer visibility, its ability to infiltrate every corner of your world, turning each street into a labyrinth of temptation. You find yourself in an unfamiliar city, weary from travel, your energy drained and your mind focused on finding sustenance. As you wander through the streets, searching for a place to eat, the spell begins its work. At every turn, a fast food chain appears, glowing signs, familiar logos, the promise of a quick and easy meal. They're everywhere, looming like sentinels, their presence so ubiquitous that it feels as though the city itself is conspiring against you. You want something healthier, something that will truly nourish you. But the relentless barrage of fast food options wears you down, sapping your resolve. Finally, you surrender to the easiest choice, drawn not by true hunger, but by the relentless pressure of the spell that surrounds you. The ubiquity of fast food has trapped you in its web, a net of enchantment that ensnares you no matter where you go. It's not just convenience, it's an illusion of inevitability, a force that drives you toward the very thing you know isn't in your best interest. The spell works through repetition, through the constant reinforcement of its presence until you can't see any alternative. This is the true power of fast food's omnipresence. It's a calculated trick, a sorcery that plays on your weariness, your vulnerability, and your desire for ease. It ensnares you in a cycle of submission, making you believe that there is no other choice, that resistance is futile. The net tightens around you with every glowing sign, every corner turned, until you're caught in the web of enchantment, eating not out of choice but out of compulsion, out of the belief that this is simply the way things are. And in that moment, the spell is complete, and the web holds fast. The eighth reason why fast food is rife with spells, trickery, and sorcery is the spell of false satisfaction, a deceptive charm that gives you a fleeting sense of fullness, leaving you empty and craving more soon after. This sorcery is woven into every bite, crafted to manipulate your body's signals, tricking you into believing you've been nourished when, in truth, you've only been momentarily placated. The satisfaction it provides is an illusion, a shallow mirage that vanishes as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind a deeper hunger, a void that grows with every indulgence. You find yourself drawn to a fast food meal, the allure of convenience and flavor too strong to resist. As you consume the food, there's a momentary comfort, a sense of contentment that washes over you. Your hunger subsides, and for a brief period, you feel satisfied, as though you've fulfilled a basic need. But this feeling is short-lived. An hour later, that satisfaction dissipates, revealing the spell's true nature. The hunger returns, but this time it's sharper, more insistent, gnawing at you with a newfound intensity. The fullness you thought you had achieved slips away, replaced by a craving that demands another fix. This is no ordinary hunger. It's the result of a hex, a dark enchantment designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of consumption. The spell of false satisfaction plays on your desires, offering you just enough pleasure to keep you coming back, yet never truly satisfying your deeper needs. Each meal is a temporary balm, soothing you for a moment before the spell wears off, leaving you more ravenous than before. It's a cycle of fleeting pleasure followed by deeper cravings, a loop that ensnares you with its promises but never delivers lasting fulfillment. The hex is cunning, disguising itself as nourishment while it drains you, compelling you to seek out another meal, another taste, in the hopes of finally achieving that elusive satisfaction. But it never comes. The more you consume, the stronger the spell becomes, binding you tighter in its grip until you're caught in an endless cycle of wanting, of needing, of chasing a satisfaction that always slips through your fingers, leaving you emptier and hungrier with every bite. The ninth reason fast food is filled with spells, trickery, and sorcery lies in the enchantment of modern technology, a force so pervasive that it taps directly into your subconscious, aligning with your thoughts and desires, thereby amplifying the spell's influence far beyond what is visible. This is no simple coincidence. It's a calculated form of sorcery, where algorithms and data act as the ingredients of a potion, stirred to create the perfect blend of manipulation. The fast food companies have harnessed this modern magic, using technology as their sorcerer's wand, casting spells that travel through your screens and into your mind, shaping your cravings before you even recognize them. You've decided to take control, to cut back on fast food, and you mention this resolve in a casual conversation with a friend. But what follows is not the peace of mind that comes with a firm decision. Instead, a new kind of sorcery begins to work its way into your life. As you scroll through your social media feed later that day, the spell unveils itself. Fast food ads, perfectly tailored to your tastes, flood your screen. The images are sharp, the colors vibrant, the messages irresistible. You hadn't thought of that specific meal in months, yet now it's all you can see, all you can think about. The temptation grows with each passing second, eroding your resolve, making the decision to resist feel like an uphill battle. This isn't random, it's the work of technology, wielded like a wand in the hands of those who seek to control your desires. The spell is cast through pixels and code, an enchantment that weaves its way into your thoughts, turning your own mind against you. What you once considered a simple choice becomes a struggle as the ads continue to appear, each one more tempting than the last. The enchantment strengthens, feeding on your doubts, your cravings, until resistance feels not only futile but unnatural. The magic of modern technology ensures that the fast food companies remain ever present, their influence unshakable, their spell growing stronger each time you engage with your device. This is the new face of sorcery, one that doesn't need cauldrons or incantations, but works through the screens you hold close, the algorithms that know your every move, the data that maps your desires. It's an enchantment that's inescapable, one that turns your own world into a network of spells, each one designed to pull you back into the cycle of craving and consumption, leaving you wondering if you ever truly had control in the first place. You've seen the spells, felt their power, and now it's time to confront the truth. Fast food isn't just a convenience. It's an enchantment crafted to control and consume you. These spells infiltrate your thoughts, manipulate your desires, and bind you to a cycle of dependency that drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and keeps you returning for more. But you hold the power to break free. You are not a passive participant in this sorcery. You are the chosen one, capable of seeing beyond the illusion, of recognizing the deception for what it truly is. True power lies in your awareness, in the ability to see these spells and dismantle them piece by piece. It's in the choices you make every single day, refusing to be swayed by the false promises of satisfaction, convenience, or nostalgia. By breaking these spells, you reclaim your autonomy, your health, and your life. This is your moment to rise above the manipulation, to cast off the enchantments that have held you in their grip for far too long. Now, I urge you to share your stories, your experiences with these spells, and how you've begun to break free. Your voice has the power to inspire others, to help them see through the veil of illusion and reclaim their strength. Together, we can unravel these enchantments, exposing them for what they are, and helping others find the path to true freedom. The power is yours. Use it to lead, to break the chains, and to live unbound by the sorcery of fast food.